Okay. Picking up where we left off. I want to go ahead and work towards getting robots, which is right about, where is it? Here. Not too far. So I will need to get advanced oil processing, get some lubricants to get electric engines, and then robotics. So, first up, advanced oil. Now I don't need any of this stuff at the moment. Excuse me. So, I want to get. Ooh, how am I gonna do this though? I mean, this shouldn't be too difficult because. So this takes 100 to make 45, and this also takes 100 to make 55. So all I need, I could use the same number of uh, refineries. I just need to make it so that way they work properly. In which case, I need to move this down, actually. So let's see here. If I move this down to... That should be fine. Right there. I gave myself no way to get through this area. So, we'll just do this. Okay, so... refineries moved down, and then I want to change... Oh, I can't even... I think there's a setting for that. Hold on. Settings... Um... No. I meant to hit interface. Sure. Interaction, tech tree, recipe notifications. Is it an other? Hold up. What was it? It was... There it is. The wrist. Recipe. Nope. Huh. Well, uh, wait. There we go. Okay. I'll just have to do... I'll have to change it. So, I'm thinking what I can do is if I flip 3, 4, 5, because it's 10, right? Yeah, 10. So this will make it so that way I can alternate the pipes. So if I do that, and then I have this one here, right? Um, hmm. It doesn't look nice. I want it to look nice at the very least. So how can I make this look nice? So I'm gonna have pipes like this, and then I'm also gonna have, I guess this will be the water pipe. Do I just want to do that for the water? And then have underground pipes, like so. And then do something like that. Or I could have something like this. And have this going across. That would be interesting. Okay, so if I copy copy this. Right. Just chop that off. I don't have to worry about that right now. I guess I'll chop this. Okay, so, I mean, that's an interesting design, at the very least. That is not connected. There we go. And then I can have this one up here. I mean, it works. And then as for powering, okay. It barely does not reach. But what if I used substations? Can I? I can unlock substations. I mean, well, it does have a perfect little spot for that if I wanted to. Okay, so advanced oil processing. Let me go ahead and switch this. There we go. I guess what I could do is I'll just put this over here. Okay, so I have petroleum gas, I have light oil, and then I have heavy oil. No, I still kind of don't like the design, though. It just looks weird. You know what? There is no reason to make this super complicated. I will just do this the normal way. Okay. No point in trying that much. Okay, so first things first. I did not want to craft that. I wanted to pick it. There we go. So all I've got to do is copy paste this all the way over here, and then do the same thing with the water pipes. This is the way that it was always done before. Except that's not going to work. Because I need extra space. Okay, let me just make it with 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's not where that was supposed to go. Thank you, autosave. And then just copy this 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, Miku! Welcome to the stream. I'm currently doing the, what's it? Advanced oil processing stuff. Next up, I need, well, I guess I could make batteries, as I will need that for the flying robot frame. Next is lubricant, which is easy, and then electric engines, which I'm trying to think. Do I want to just siphon off the engines from Blue Science to make robots first, or and then this, and then might as well get logistics spots as well. Okay, so I forgot to put a pipe in the blueprint. Let me go ahead and get that there. Okay, so this should be good. Now, if I'm gonna have 10 refineries going pretty much constantly. Oh wait, this takes 5 seconds of craft time. This is also 5 seconds craft time. Okay, so I'm making 50 heavy oil, 90 light oil, and 110 petroleum gas. So, the heavy oil into light oil, very important, because if one thing backs up, the whole thing stops. We'll take 20 out of the 50 and turn it into 15 light oils. So I will need 3 of them. So that'll be 45 plus 90, 135 light oil. Okay, let me flip that. This takes 15. So each one of these needs one of these. That's a given. Okay. And then I have 90. So I would need 5. 5 just for this. 3 to handle these. That's a lot, actually. But I guess that makes sense. I feel like that's wrong. Hold on. 90 per second. 15. 15 times... Oh, yeah, I was wrong. Because that's 60... 75, 90, yeah. Okay, so I need 6. So 9 total, and then 3. Okay. 12 chemical plants. I can make 3. Can't really sneak in that way, huh? Do I need? No, I don't. Okay, so... I need a bunch of pipes. I need a bunch of gears. Gears are pretty easy. They're all over the place here. I need a bunch of circuits as well. Makes 5. There's some pipes there. Actually, I have pipes here. Okay. That's 7. What am I missing? Just iron. So gears. More gears and more gears. That's 8 now. That's 9. That's 10. Still gears. 11. Oh, now it's circuits, okay. 12. I mean, I guess it should have gotten more circuits, but that's fine. Those will be easy, quick to craft. I will need some more pipes. I will need some more iron. That's actually out of iron. Did I have this thing perfectly balanced, or... Hold on. grab this. I never upgraded these, so I'm not too worried in that case. Go ahead and get that powered. Go. Okay. I've got everything, I think. Let's see. Pipes. Chemical plants. Yeah. I think that's everything. Blue Science is backed up, so I don't have to worry about that at the moment. I will be replacing this water pump. I will be leaving this here. However, all of these will have to be moved. How fast is my science going? Production. Science. I'm consuming 20 per minute for a 30-second technology. Did I not research lab speed? No. Okay, that's why. That's fine. Not too worried about it. Okay. All this needs to go. That can go too. Cut this. Paste it up. Ooh. That doesn't leave much space. Hold on. Let me put that over there. And move this. Okay, how do I want to do this? If I line this up to here... Actually, that should be fine. Yeah. Because then I can just line up the oil here. There we go. It's this kind of stuff where it would be nice to already have bots, because placing this is kind of a pain. My monitor's bright already. Okay. Placing down a bunch of pipes. It's kind of like a pipe worm going in and out of the ground. And then I need a bunch of these. Like a bunch. Like, hold on. Like so much a bunch that I should go and pick up some more pipes. Okay. Let me head up here. And grab some pipes. I'm hoping my audio is okay. Would be quite the shame if I was inaudible. But that's kind of a common thing. Why do I have just partial science in my inventory? There we go. My laptop's feeling a bit toasty. It's burning my fingers. Okay. get a bunch of these going. So the nice thing is that I can just kind of place them like this. So I guess this also works. And I'm gonna do that. Aw, man, I ran out. Okay, so I don't really need these last ones here. So I could save a bit on that. I will want those ones, but I don't need those three. Okay, because I'm going to build these over here. The whole time I'm doing this, I'm running out of oil products. Let's see. So these can actually replace like that. And I will... Do I want them like this? Actually, one thing I can do is I can flip these ones to make them easier. Same up here. Let's see. So, I need a bunch more underground pipes. I need a bunch more underground pipes. And I need even more underground pipes. That is the one thing about this, is it uses so many underground pipes that just kind of a pain in some sense. Because, like, just using normal pipes would be so much cheaper. But, ooh, excuse me. No matter what design you come up with, you're always going to use just a bunch of underground pipes for no reason. Well, for a reason, but what feels like no reason. I'm out of pipes. Okay, let me grab some more pipes. It's all about the pipes. I can grab a couple more. Could probably try siphoning some pipes off of the blue science. Oh, and yeah, if I'm not fast enough, I'm gonna run out of power. Can this reach? This can reach, okay. I'll just do it there. Oop. There we go. Oil be a-flowing. There we go. Okay, so light oil needs to be cracked. Now, thing is, I want to have a couple of tanks and a couple of pumps. This will let me basically moderate the flow. So if I go ahead and... Ooh, okay, so let me line this up to here, which will basically allow me to do this. Okay. Ooh, hold up. I should move it a bit to there. Put this here. And I can have a tank here. And then I can also have a tank here. Actually, I can remove this one and put a tank here. A this work? This should work. Okay, if I have this here, and I can also have this go from here. Let me go ahead and cut this here. Move it up one. That's fine. Place the pipes to here. And then I can have this going like so. And then this will be light oil going down. In which case, I will need to cut, flip, put that there. Oop. Like so. Would this have been easier? No. It would have been more difficult. Okay, so let me go ahead and place these out. There we go. And would this have been easier? Not really. This is fine. That is not a good spot to put that. I will place it here. And I need some more power poles. That one can go there. Here and here. Okay. So I could do this. And as for getting the water up to here, I can actually do one of these. Oop. There we go. Okay, I need more pipes. Back up to the pipe maker. Okay, construction bots are on the way. Get another couple hundred more pipes. Make my way on over. And let's go ahead and get this done here. Because, once again, I do not want to run out of oil. Ooh, that's right. Cut that. Paste in here. Get a green wire that is looking to only be running if there is more than 20,000. This one is no good, so I have to move it. And then you will only run if there is more than 20,000. Okay. Yeah. So that means, well, it's going to run a little bit because there was already some in there. But it should not be running at all once this is set. There we go. Yeah, so once this gets over 20,000, then it will start cracking it into petroleum gas. And because petroleum gas is used more than anything else, especially since I'm just burning it, that will never bottleneck, ideally. And now I just need to get a bit of water over to here. Oop. And I'll I'll get the sulfur going again, so that way that doesn't run out. You know, I said it was properly ratioed, but I built like double the amount of steel smelting that I really need. Because in order to make things easier on myself, I just ignore the fact that these have a crafting speed of 0.5 and consider these ones to be worth 1.5. So when I say if I want to make 60 per minute, or 1 per second, I'm actually making half, 30 per minute. Well, that's fine. I mean, in the end, this is enough to support this, and this is enough to support it as well. That's what's important. There's a lot of cables. Putting cables on a belt just doesn't doesn't feel right, you know? Like gears on a belt, that makes sense. I'd put gears on a belt. In fact, I'd probably put gears on a bus. But having the cable on a belt, because it's a 1 to 2, it's less dense. So it's actually slower. You get less throughput. Just kind of interesting. Okay, so bots have finished. I need a chemical plant. I want to make some lubricant. And lubricant will be going on the left side of this pump. Do I just want to put this here? Yeah, I'll just put it here. Lubricant. There we go. And it's just 1 to 1. So, I need to make electric engines. And electric engines are green circuits, engines, and lubricant. So, as I said, I have this build here. And the only reason why I'm getting these electric engines is to make a bunch of bots. So what I can do is I can siphon off this and these green circuits pretty easily as well. And with that, actually, hold up. I think I might change a little bit of a design here. So this will allow me to effectively... Oh, wait, no, that's not going to work. That was just a bad idea to start with. Cool. Let me go ahead and put this back on here. I can just yoink with underground belts here. So if I steal this, like so, let me just go, grab one of these, wait for it to craft, because I'm lazy. There we go. So there's a bunch of engines. probably should have done it the other way, actually. Let me do that. And go ahead and set that to be nothing. There we go. Now I have a bunch of engines in my inventory. Just dump these back on here. Well, actually what I can do... Hey you! Yes, you! Take some engines. There we go. Okay. So... let me grab an underground belt and set this up right here to yoink some green circuits. These are on the top side of the belt. There we go. I know I just did this whole thing, but I guess really I didn't need to do that at all. There we go. So, green circuits, engines, done. Okay, so if I'm making... I have 10 making... Okay, so that's 0.5. This can only be made in blue assembly machines. And has the same crafting speed. So, if I had 10... Tier 1 assemblers, then it would be the same. But since I'm not using Tier 1, I guess I would use 4. And then upgrade these, set the recipe. Trying to think here, because now I've got... Actually, I guess this wouldn't be too difficult. I just do this. Oop. And then there we go. Electric engines, just like that. Go ahead and get pipe laid out. Oop. That is not how that pipe was supposed to go. And can this reach across? No, it can't. That can, though. Let me make some more undergrounds. God damn it. And I'm one short. There we go. Okay, make some belts. Or place some belts, I guess. Get some inserters. Get some outserters. And I need more gears and circuits. At least I'm not hurting for steel, which is what I tend to actually be low on most of the time. I have 2, so I need 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Alright. I'm gonna grab some iron so that way I can make an underground pipe, because I'll probably need a couple. Okay. I can go that far with the pipe. There's a cat in the background. Okay, oh, I'll bring this one further down. And there we go. Perfectly placed. And then for power, I guess, oh, that doesn't reach. I need medium power poles. If I place one there, and then one here, yeah, that works. There we go. And there we go. So that is electric engines fully automated. Oop. I'm out of belts, of all things. Cool. And then let's see here. So if I do this, grab an underground belt, move you actually. Let's go ahead and just one more over. And then I need another underground belt, which I do not have iron for. So let me go ahead and grab that. And this will be for making the bots. So that is what this whole thing was for. Construction bots are pretty cheap. They only take 2 electric circuits. Now I'm hoping, let's see, 1.5 per second. Ooh, actually, hold up. That is only enough for this. So once this backs up, then this will run at full capacity. I can't siphon more off of that. However, I should be able to take a bit more. Okay, so if I'm doing... one second. I'm gonna throw this cat. Okay. The cat has been yeeted. Oh, wait, hold on. No, I'm dumb. I forgot. I need to make flying robot frames. Ah. Okay, never mind. Um. Okay, so I'm making 0.5. So it's just the same one. Okay. So I could take this and effectively do the same thing I did here. Right. Well, I mean, I'm going to need a bunch of electric engines regardless. For, what's it? The space stuff. Because, like, that takes 200 electric engines. And then that takes 8, that takes 10. But I want to get robots going. Because this is just the starter base. And I want to be able to get some big stuff going. I mean, that's the whole reason why this is producing so many parts. Okay, so I need batteries for one thing. Batteries are a thing that is needed. The recipe for batteries: sulfuric acid, iron copper. Iron copper, easy to get. I've got a bunch right there. Sulfuric acid, water and iron with sulfur, easy to get. I've got iron right there. I've got water right here. So, let me go ahead. I need to get, actually I can do that here. So iron and sulfur. I put this here. Then I can take the sulfur and the iron because it's more sulfur. Yeah, I need 5 sulfur per second. So that would actually warrant 2 of these. Which need a medium power pole. Let me go ahead and make 1 medium power pole. Place that, remove that. Let me make 2 of these, 1 of these, and what do you need? You need iron for pipes. 1 of those. Okay. You, and you. It needs 5 per second. That's a lot, but it makes 50. So in that case, yeah, no, I need to not have that there, otherwise. Okay, so how am I gonna get the water up here? Here's how I'm gonna do this. Instead, I'm going to have this be here, making sulfuric acid. I will have to put this back because I did that. I will have this here. I will have this here. underground pipe to here. Water. Okay. I need a bunch of iron to make 2 of these. Okay. There we go. Sulfuric acid. Done. Now, as for where I will take the sulfuric acid, over to here. I want to... Can I reach? Yes. To here. And then I'll take it up. And I will have you... Here. Then I need an underground. I already had a couple. 2 there. I need more iron. You are going to make... where is it? Oh, hold up. No, I'm dumb. Batteries are made in here. Pipe. There. And just a single one of these right here. Okay, what does this need? This needs iron. And pipes. There we go. And more pipes. Okay, I'm just gonna go grab some more pipes. I've been crafting them and I shouldn't be crafting them. Back to the pipe assembler. Grab them from the box. I should grab some iron. I can yoink some on the way, I guess. Really shouldn't be grabbing all that copper as well, but... it's not too big of a problem. I could just dump 300 that simply. Okay, so let me go ahead and make a couple of undergrounds. Then grab some normal pipes, like so. There we go. Batteries, done. Now this is... It isn't very fast. Okay, so it's not fast, in which case... That's not what I wanted. Batteries. There we go. kind of tempted to redo this a little bit here. But, not really a way that I can make it how I want. Well, no. Okay, so that will make 0.5 batteries per second. Now, I think I'm just going to put this into a box. Do I have a box? I do not have a box. Okay. That's not the box. There it is. Okay. Into the box, I will have 500 batteries. Go ahead and dump some sulfur. Bunch of engines, bunch of electric engines, batteries, flying robot frames. I can actually make some now. The issue is the quantity. I don't have enough. I don't have enough batteries if I wanted to have it be 100% of it. But if I use half of this leaves 0.75 green chips. Okay, so if I use 0.25, 0.75, 0.5, that's actually perfect. Okay, so with that, I can switch out the engines on here for the electric engines, take these batteries, bring them over, which I will do. My game is not happy at the moment because of my laptop being the way it is. How am I gonna do? Well, I guess if I did it here. And then I can take this up. Yeah, up here. And across. More spaghetti. Out of belts. I need to go grab some, and while I'm up there, I will also grab a bunch of iron, dump a bit of copper, as I do not need to have this much on me. I need the belts. And iron. Okay. Let me go ahead and craft a decent chunk of underground bolts. Okay. So I have batteries. What? Why are you placing that? Weird. Okay. Get this going all the way over here. Okay. Now, easy way to separate this out. Just do that. And then we'll have this join into here. This could go up. Oop. Interesting. Okay. I could actually do those instead. Crafting more belts, man. Okay. So I've got this. I've got this. Now I need steel. Steel I can steal from over here. I guess this here. In which case that's on the wrong side. There we go. And that should be good to go. Okay, so now, how many, so it's, if I make 10, yeah, okay, so it's 10. I'm gonna see here, so if I do 1, 2, 5, and 5, that's incorrect, I need this 1 down. If I do this, and have that not engines, actually no, I can't have it one closer. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, here and here. Oop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then long-handed inserter. Oop. And then yeah, because then I can have it like this. Like so. And that would be all I need for the flying robot frames. Yeah, let me go get some inserters, belts, and craft a couple of these while I'm going over. Should be good to go. Now the only thing is that, well, I guess I could probably handcraft the bots since they're not that difficult. They're very fast to craft with a, I think it's a 0.5 crafting speed? Yeah, 0.5. So, very fast. Same crafting speed as like the small electric poles. Okay, so take this over to here. place down these. However, I'm going to disconnect it for now because I want to go ahead and get... Oop. Get these out of my inventory. Now, I should have probably just made a dedicated build for this because I will need these for yellow science. But once I get bots going, yellow science is going to be part of the main big base. I'm not going to have it in the starter base. Oop. As there is no real need to have yellow in the starter base. And go. Looks good. Okay, so with that, I can then put this here with this, and I'll just limit that to 2 stacks. I believe they stack to, yeah, 50, so 100. Now, I do also need to make some roboports. So I do need some red circuits, which I can just siphon off of this. That will end up throttling the green circuit production for a while. But it's fine. I mean, the whole point of this thing is to slowly do stuff. Now, while this is going, I will go ahead and get some of the research that I had queued back up. I do want to end up getting trains going as well, eventually. And I can pretty much just research anything that doesn't involve blue science. Do I have military going? I forget. I don't think I did. No, I don't have military. So, not going to research military stuff. But roboports, very, very much needed. Go ahead and get some gears here. Oh, I don't have the steel required now. If only I had a quick access to a bunch of steel. And another one. And another. And another. And I'll make one more. It'll give me 6 roboports to work with. Go ahead and get this laptop in a more cooling, effective position where it isn't right on my lap. Mostly because it's burning my lap, and that is not fun. Okay, so with this, I can make robots. Now I do need to see here. You require you. Okay, so I just need solar, huh? Let me go ahead and get solar going first. In fact, I want to get batteries and roboport. These are fast technologies, so once I get them, they should be easy. So, This is 0.25 robot frames per second, which is nice. Eventually, I can have that be 0.25 robots per second, or if I end up getting the yellow tech, 0.75 science per second. So this is actually enough to match yellow science packs with what I've got here, which is interesting. You know what? Maybe I will do yellow science here. But the main issue is that if I do end up getting yellow science, all of the yellow science requires blue science, and because it's siphoning off of the blue science in order to make the flying robot frames, it's not actually that good of an idea. Now, I am producing all sciences in a surplus because of how I've done this. I could... You know what? I will. Let me make a couple more labs. I need to go down this way. Okay. With a couple more labs, I should be hovering around 30 science per minute consumption. We'll need another one of these. Is there limited? Yeah. Now there's limited. Chop this tree, chop this tree. I'll chop that one because I can. Place that one, and then there we go. Okay. So that should get me to around 30 science per minute. So I do kind of want to upgrade these. I need iron and surface. This? Let me go ahead and just make 5 here. Having faster inserters on the first labs will keep things running smooth. I guess I should also... I'll just upgrade all of them. Because why not? Yeah, 30 science per minute. Is that exactly 30 science per minute? Hold on. Let me see... Science. Yeah, looks like it's exactly 30. So 30-second research will be 30 science per second. A 15 seconds will be 60. And a 60 will be 15. Get these upgraded. There we go. So that'll speed up the research stuff. And it's like a nice, even graph as well, which is really nice. could make a few logistics spots if I wanted to. I will go ahead and start placing this down. Just where they fit. That's out of range. So, let's see here. I guess maybe not have it there. I could place one here. Then I could place one over here. I want to have this in reach. There we go. Because if it's in range, then I can just simply replace it with a different, with a storage chest. Place one there. Go up here. I can place one next to the labs. And then I can place one over here. Just barely. Okay, so that almost covers everything, actually. I need to move this miner. I will set it with a power pole. Oh, those two ran out. Okay, let me go ahead and grab those as well. Yoink and yoink. Well, that's fine for now. Actually, that's not going to work out in the long term because I will be placing it here. So once this, oh, actually this one's running out right now. Here, let me help. There we go. And I can actually do that. That will mine up that there pretty easily. That's nice. So this is mining up pretty much everything here except for these three. Ooh, actually, this one should have been here. As that works just fine. So it's all except this one here. And then I actually should have put this one here. Okay. And then okay, that works perfectly. Cool. There's solar panels. Portable solar panels will be next. I want to be able to get that going. Let me go ahead and grab a couple more RoboPorts worth of stuff over here. Is that enough? That is enough. But I should... Slow response time. Oh. I swear, if it's because of the Windows update. Okay, I need 90. There my Windows has decided to update now of all times. I would be very, very upset. Grab a bunch of gears. It is not nearly enough gears. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and craft the gears by hand instead. So there's one. I need steel. I need iron. There's two. Okay. I can place this up here. Does that cover? Yeah, it does. I want everything within construction range and at least the chests in logistics range. So if I check here, yeah, everything's in construction range. I just need this one last one. Which I can place, yeah, I guess right here. There we go. Okay, so there's personal battery. I do want to go ahead and... Do I have modular armor or... No, I have heavy armor. Modular armor requires some red circuits. What is this looking for? Using construction robots. Where? Huh? What? Oh, here? I didn't even notice that. Huh. Interesting. I probably never would have found out about that because it didn't affect anything. Oh well. Actually, no, that's not even supposed to be there. Can I... Does it? No, it doesn't. Okay, we go ahead and grab... it was about 30. Whatever. Okay, so I don't need this. Now, I want 5 solar panels, 6 batteries, and 2 roboports, if I recall correctly. Yeah. So I need 5 solar panels. And in order to make 5 solar panels... Oh, I can make 5 solar panels. Cool. Easy. Done. How much for 6? I need 30. That shouldn't be too hard to grab. But then I need another 90 for the roboports, which will be a lot more. Okay, so 120. Done. That's a bunch of steel for that one, so I shall steal some steel from the steel mill. And that's 6. Done like that. I need 20 more red chips. There. And a bunch of gears. Because, of course, I need a bunch of gears. I need 80. So let me go ahead and get that. There we go. And this is just 10 more red circuits, which I have. And I'm just waiting on the solar panels. Okay. dokie. And now that I've got... Well, I'll be able to put down or get some construction bots in my inventory, which will be nice. Each one of these provides 10, so I'll be able to have 20. So I go ahead and get 20 robots. No, I guess that was fine there. 20 robot frames. Three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. First off, I want to make these 5, and next... Oh, I need 40. There we go. I'll just craft the last 11 needed. Okay, so... Wait, why did I make 6? I only needed 5. Oh, wait, no, I did need 6. Pfft. I'm being dumb. It's fine. Okay, I can place 1 here. Or I guess maybe I can go with more solar panels, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'll go with more solar panels, since that would be better off there. Just need 30 and then 10 copper. Well, I didn't want to grab that, but whatever. I guess just do that. Okay, let me go ahead and place you in here. Do that, and that'll start charging up. Well, once it's daytime. I wonder if that'll work. Okay, so that's finished up. What do I want to research? Well, I can't actually research blue tech because this is all backed up. So, let me see here. I guess worker speed and cargo would be very nice. So I'll go ahead and get some worker speed and then worker cargo. There we go. Okay, so now I have my robots. How expensive is it's 2? And I do have flying robot frames for whatever I may need. Let me go ahead and make 1 of these. Toss it in there. Now these robots aren't going to be very good until I get their speed going. But should be good. I just want to make sure I haven't. Okay. Haven't been on the wrong toggle for my mute. Would be very not good if instead of talking and not hearing me cough, you would just hear me cough and not talk. Okay, what's... What the heck? Entity is missing construction robot. What is it missing? Okay, hold on. Let me go over there and see what is going on. Because I don't know what it is. What is it that you want? Oh, it's damaged. Whoa, okay. I guess that makes sense. There. Okay, I'm just gonna grab a couple of these. There we go. Now it doesn't have any reason to complain. Okay, so I want to go ahead and get these upgraded. To storage chests. Now, I guess one thing I should do is, let's see, so that's 100. If military, if you are less than 100, and that'll allow me to, ooh, I guess it's 50, huh? Okay, less than 50. And this will basically just let me do that. Yeah. Okay, this is set to 100. Enable if you are less than, or 200, 2 stacks. That's 200 belts. Belts, 200. Inserter. Why do I keep hitting escape? Inserters, 50. Assemblers, 50. 50. Mining drill. Mining drill, 50. I actually no longer need this here. Pipes, 500. I think I want to set this down actually to 200. Did I remove this restriction? No. Okay. So, walls is also at 200. Military walls, 200. What's the point of this? I guess there really wasn't a reason why that was there. Other than just to make steel, I guess. But I've got steel being made elsewhere, so it's all good. Okay, worker robot speed is good. It is now doing cargo size, which will allow them to hold 2 items on their flights instead of 1, making them effectively twice as effective. Go ahead and get some red circuits. I need some green circuits. I think I'm just gonna steal some iron and copper here instead. Is the iron? Yeah, the iron is flowing all the way here, which is good. Okay, first one I'm gonna replace with this, and it's at 100. So, robot frames, 100. Remove that, and place storage. You are going to be filtered. Do I want a thing for the engines? I think so. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. You... hitting all the wrong buttons. I want you to be filtered to this, thank you. And then I will enable only if there is less than 200, because that is the cost of the silo. Now, just need to go up here and replace these with that. And I also want to make sure that these are filtered. Because if they are not filtered, then they will end up putting things that don't match. They like to do that from time to time. What am I missing? Green circuits? Okay. Filter. And filter. And filtered. And I need some green circuits. You will be filtered. You will also be filtered. And still green circuits. As long as it's not red circuits, I should be fine. Definitely have these filtered. If they aren't filtered to stone, then that would be bad. More green circuits. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, so you are pipes. You are stone brick. You are stone brick. You are stone. You are stone. Okay. So that should be good. I should go ahead and get some logistics and construction robots for the main network here. So let me go ahead and do that. How many logistics robots do I want? I guess 50 to start. And then for other ones, let me go ahead and just grab a bunch of cable, bunch of iron. I want to go ahead and get about 100 of those as well. Or 50, not 100. 100 green circuits. But I'll have 100 robots going around. And then I also have the 20 construction bots in my inventory. Go. Oop. Okay. 50-50. I guess it's a 50-50 split. Hold up. I already have one in the network. At least these don't take forever to craft. If they'd taken forever to craft, then, well, that would not be fun. Okay, so I have 50 logistics, 50 construction, which is a good start. So now, if I ever just need some more parts, or if I need to build something in the base, I can just delegate that to the bots. Okay, research. It would be nice to get mining productivity, but I don't think I'll do that one. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and go into here, because that gives the non-bulk inserters a capacity bonus, which is very nice. Allowing them to grab 2 instead of 1. I want a car, I want trains, I want train signals, I want fluid wagon. Do I want modules? I guess modules are good to have. Do I already have the efficiency one? I do already have. Why do I have efficiency? Did I put efficiency modules in anything? I don't think so. Yeah, no. So here I can showcase the great Alt X, Excuse me? Why is it not working? Oh, control. I'm being stupid, that's why. Here come the robots. What they will do is they will automatically pick up and place the things that I need. And they will take it to their proper chests because I have them filtered. So the way the filters work is they will prioritize putting whatever item that they're carrying into a filtered storage chest or requester if those are around. Requesters take priority. And basically, that prevents a bunch of random stuff going into like a bulk storage. Like for example, if I had, something like this, or just a bunch of storage chests, they would take it and put it in this specific chest before putting it in all of these. And that's where I would tend to put, like, if I'm deconstructing the whole base, I would have a big stockpile of just storage chests to hold all of the stuff, like all the ore, all the plates, all the science, miscellaneous whatevers. Because there's no way that you're going to be able to filter absolutely everything. Well, I mean, you can, but it's a pain. And if you make a mall with storage chests instead of passive provider chests, which is what people tend to use, provider chests will not request items. They will only push them to the network. The reason why you would use them is if you don't want backflow. Like, you want stuff to go out, but you don't ever want it to come in. If you want a requester, you only want stuff coming in, you don't want it going out. And then there's the buffer chest, which is if it will request to a certain amount, and then the active provider will push it, so even if there is nothing requesting it, it will go into storage. But I use the storage chests because I can simply put a Logix onto the inserter, and then this will always have like 1 or 2 stacks, and then if I happen to deconstruct a bunch of stuff, it'll all go into here, preventing this from making more. And instead of, filling up a big old storage buffer, and then they start pulling from the provider before the storage for whatever reason is closer or what. And it just makes it a bit easier. Okay. Hold on 1 second here. You are getting reported. Thank you. You are trying to spam, scam, bot, or whatever. Yes. Did that go through? I don't think I went through that. Scam. Yes. Bot account trying to sell viewers. Submit. Okay, cool. And let me go ahead and ban you. Goodbye. Cool. Probably should have just started with the ban instead of going through the report first, but it's whatever. I will not be buying any viewers. Excuse me. Because I have no need for that. As much as I want viewers. Because one, I don't have the money for it, and two, it's against TOS. And also, I would prefer to be able to have people, like, actually interacting with my stream instead of, oh, hi, I am Random Bot, and I am viewing your stream to boost your numbers. Besides, 3 concurrent viewers isn't that crazy for, like, affiliate, which is what I'm going for. The main thing is I just need followers at the moment. And again, I'm not going to spend it on bots. I don't know why I'm mining more rocks. I'm just getting distracted by myself. I have a bunch of engines in my inventory, which I will dump into here. I am a very, very upstanding person, and I will not be purchasing random viewers. There go the robots. So by having 50, that can actually move a stack or 2, depending on the stack size, or half, again, depending on stack size, of items across my base. Oh, starting to feel a bit sleepy. I don't know why exactly though, because like I had a decent rest. Well, I guess it's a good thing that the stream is coming up to the end. I want to try and round this out at a nice 2 hours, so 7 minutes. But I got bots. Bots are nice. With that, let's see. Now that I have bots covering the starter base, what I'll likely do is I'll go ahead and get, actually, hold on, do I have, I forget if this is a rail world or not. It probably is, given that this is 21 million here. What is it? It's Alt right click to add a ping, or pin. So, the fact that this is 21 million, I believe I did have this set as a rail world. And I've also got uranium right there. Okay, so let's see. I'll probably want to take out those biters, or I could search up here for some copper. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let me. Oh, it's researching right now. I was trying to find the car. Actually, right now is a really good time. Let me see the science graph here. I want to see Q. Yeah, look at that. That is so... It's so nice. It's so nice. It's just a perfect 30 the whole way. Anyway, let's see. This will take a minute. What do I need to craft you? I need 8 engines, 5 steel, 20 iron. I removed all of my engines. Okay, let me grab some engines real quick. I do have solid fuel that I can use. I have... Yeah, I've got everything. Just grab a couple of gears on my way. Run over this way. I want to get some engines, so that way I can craft myself a vehicle once that finishes up. Do I have... Yeah, I have a decent bit. Okay. I'm gonna head up this way. I'm gonna see if I can find some copper to the north, because I do not wish to go south. And ideally, I find a decent bit. Because that is a nice bit of iron. And I can use this coal and this stone. Looks like I've already cleared out some biters here. I'll probably want to clear that one out because it's too close to the coal patch. I will go ahead and make myself a vehicle. Let me go ahead and place this down, give it some fuel, and let's get to driving. Okay, I'm looking for any size copper patch to start the main base, because if I can find one, I ran into a rock. I ran it back into said rock. If I can find some decent copper near enough to the iron, I mean, I'm already pretty far out, but just somewhere up here, then I can use that for the main base to start getting the other sciences going. Guess I'm heading east now. Any copper? Any copper? Large, small, medium? That is a biter base. I do not want to get in there. Oh well, that's fine. Well. There's no copper over here. Let's see. I guess I want to go check around this biter base over here. Actually, let me go ahead and get this. I don't have repair packs. Huh. Okay. Well, so much for that. Okay, let me go check over this way. Ideally, there is a copper patch right over this fog of war. Oh, man. There's a massive iron patch again. Well, I mean, that's nice, but that's not copper. Because my copper demands are going to absolutely skyrocket. So I want to find that stone. I need copper. How is there no copper? Well, I already know how. It's because of my world preset. Because I don't like dealing with biters and like having things spread far out. Rail world is perfect. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like I'm gonna get what I want, which is a bummer. There's also this nice uranium patch. I could probably put that to good use, but looks like the the only copper patch I've got is this one here, and it's only one spawner. So it's not that bad. Plus, it's already kind of close to the oil here. Oh, I hit a rock. Oop. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll just have to use that copper patch when I get to it. Whee. Oh, hey, repair pack. Neat. Thank you. Okay, well, with that, I've got the bots, which was the goal. And next, I will start working on getting the actual main base up and running. So, plan is copper, uranium, oil, coal, iron, stone. I'm gonna build a bunch of stuff right here. It's gonna do its magic assembly stuff. And more science. Now I'm thinking Do I want to do smelting? No, I guess not smelting on site. So I'll probably build over here a big smelting block. So I'll just move everything over to here. Clear out these biters. In fact, let me go ahead and add. So we'll do smelting here. And then let's see. So smelting. I guess I'll do a bus. Might as well. Bus going off this way. We will have normal stuff up. So things like circuits. I can't spell. Circuits and such above. Science. Why not? Science down here. Rockets and labs over this way. So this is basically what we'll do, or what I'll do. And getting that all set up and going will be next stream. But for now, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next stream.